Hi, everybody. This is Chani Weens, and this is the first entry in my teaching leadership vlog. So, for those of you who aren't aware, vlogs or video blogs are a new trend going on, and it's just keeping up to date with the digital age. People like short video clips. That come up on social media and things like that, as opposed to always just reading print. And I really enjoy making videos because I feel like my personality can come through. I almost feel like I'm having a conversation with you. And this is the first entry, and I hope that we will be on this great journey together as we discover what it means to be a leader in education today. And what an exciting time to be a leader in education. You know, there are so many challenges with what our youth are going through with mental health concerns, anxiety, depression, to name a few. Of course, there's a lot more detailed ones as well. And as well, just learning to wade through these rivers of social media, dealing with shorter attention spans. And just needing that immediacy of understanding. I'm sure you see it in your classrooms, just like I see it in mine. And what I notice the most is that students don't want to be this way, but they are. So as educators and as leaders, we really are challenged to look at the environment that we have and create great leaders in our students within the environment. It's really difficult to change the social environment and for students, but what we can do is keep on top of it. So as educators, we are constantly adapting. So I guess number one, this is a blog about the top 10 qualities I admire in a leader. So that leads me to number one, which is adaptable. When I started my education journey, I thought I knew what I was doing. I would try to make schedules far in advance. And I realized that when you're dealing with students and parents and so many different stakeholders, you can't always stick to your plan. So what I admire is a leader who is able to be adaptable within a situation and still remain calm and contained and not let that really shake the true goals of that leader. The second one I like and admire is confident leaders. When they walk into a room, you feel like things are going to get done. Things are going to be taken care of, and you know that you can trust that leader to bring you through it. And you can also trust that that leader has your best interests in mind while working towards the goals of better student learning and achievement and well-being. The next trait I really admire is honesty. I think that a lot of leaders don't like admitting when they make mistakes, don't like admitting when they need help. But an honest leader really looks at their own strengths and weaknesses and fills in the gaps where necessary. And also, if they do make an error, they admit it and they seem very human about it. So I admire that in a leader. The fourth is patience. So this can be patience when dealing with people and just realizing that everyone has their quirks and strengths and weaknesses, and so they can deal with people with patience, but also when trying to enact change, that they aren't rushed. That's something that I've really struggled with, is always wanting the things to happen really quickly. And if I'm so excited about a project, I just want it to happen right away. So I admire a leader who is patient and able to wait for change to happen at the right time and within the right circumstances, and to make sure that the proper resources are lined up before that change happens. Next, optimism, just that feeling that the glass is half full and always looking for the good in a situation. How can we learn from this? What other opportunities has this opened? For example, I work at a private high school, and recently our public high schools made a rule that their students can't come to our basketball tournaments anymore. And so this was a huge blow to us. But we looked for the opportunity to open up more specific invites to the local private elementary schools, ones that we were hoping we would have a better connection with. And as a result, we've been able to design a completely new program that's been breeding a lot of loyalty from these elementary schools. So being optimistic is key. And 6 is dedicated. So I think that some leaders are maybe motivated when it comes to certain types of activities that they enjoy or days when they feel better. But I admire leaders who are dedicated, and if they have decided something is important, they stick with that no matter what, and they show that to their staff and to their constituents. The next trait I enjoy and really admire is professionalism. So coming in every day and, coming off as a real person and still getting to know everybody, still talking about your own personal life where appropriate, but regardless of what is happening in that leader's life, they come in and are professional day to day. They have kind of like a work face or the ability to just be consistent in how they handle people. So it's not like, are they going to be in a good mood or a bad mood? They are professional and consistent with how they manage conflict and anything else. The eighth, is creativity. So mostly in solving problems. And I guess this also goes with being optimistic. So can you think outside the box as a leader? Can you look at the status quo and not be bound by it, but look for new ways of solving problems? Next thing I admire, the ninth, is time management. I think it is so essential when leading meetings, or even sending out emails, or when you set expectations for your staff, that you have a very strong sense of time management. All teachers are very busy, but as a principal or a teacher leader in that situation, your time has to be managed, but you also have to have structures set in place so that your staff, your followers, can also possess those excellent time management skills as well. And finally, last but not least, just being proactive. So not being reactive to situations like all of a sudden the dress code gets out of control and everyone's wearing, ripped jeans or hats, and you just kind of let it go. And then all of a sudden you have to make some huge reactive policy that reins everybody in, and you've gotten so far down the path that it's too late. You might see that I have this specific example for a reason, but something that's proactive. And when you can see small signs of change happening, either negative or positive change, that you either create policies or make change to counteract the negative change, or find ways to push even further that positive change and to create some leverage so it can go even further. So thanks for watching, guys. Those are my 10 qualities that I admire in a leader. I hope you enjoyed listening to them and learned a bit more about me as a leader as well. Have a good night.